Welcome to episode 1506 of the Multifamily Collective. Tonight, let's talk about constraints and the power of constraints. And I want to do so by way of a story, but I can't remember the band that this story pertains to. It was the opening to an introduction to a book that I read several years ago. And it was either the lead singer of the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger, or was the lead singer of Aerosmith, Steven Tyler, or it was lead singer of Guns N' Roses, Axl. And in the early innings of those bands, one of those bands trying to make their way into the music industry, they were doing a lot of live shows. And as you can imagine, if you're a musician in the early innings, you're doing a lot of live shows in very small venues with very small stages. And the story in this book, the opening of this book, talks about the power of constraints in that, and using this band as a metaphor or an example where the lead singer, one of those three guys that I just mentioned, had to come up with a way to be remarkable or memorable so that audiences would look forward to or talk about them after the show. So word of mouth became a marketing mechanism for that band. And it's the singer that when he sings something and then sways back and forth and then sings some more, and that became a signature for the band. And it became the thing that people talked about and the thing that people mimicked when they were away from the concert and with their friends or playing those songs. They would mimic the behaviors of this particular singer, and the band blew up in part because of the word of mouth that was created as a result of this movement, the swaying movement of the lead singer, which was really a function of playing on a small stage and wanting to stand out in some way. So I say all that to say this: there is a power in constraints. There is a power in putting pure definition to, let's call it a deadline to get something done. Let's say you want to write a book in the next 15 days. I know that's an extreme example, but let's say you want to write a book in the next 15 days, and that 15 days is a non-negotiable window to get the book written. And you just sit down in every waking moment and you go to work on creating that book, and you've created a constraint for yourself rather, that keeps you on task and on mission. Like the singer doing this every time he's sitting on a small stage, he created something that was remarkable and memorable. For you, creating constraints in your organization, creating constraints for yourself as it relates to fitness or sleep or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, it is a way to get yourself disciplined. And when you get yourself disciplined and you set yourself up for success, you will gain a lot of freedom in your life as a result of that. So use the power of constraints to discipline yourself so that you free up time, you free up money, you free up resource, you free up whatever thing you're looking for in your life, but do it by way of the power of constraints. So research more. I may try to link up some stories as it relates to constraints and the power of them, or write a blog post in the future. But anyway, in the meantime, if you are really enjoying the content here at Multifamily Collective, please rate and review our videos and subscribe, hit the bell so that you get a reminder that you have another episode to look forward to. We would really appreciate it. We appreciate all of the people who watch and consume our content on a daily basis. We couldn't do it without you. We couldn't keep going without you. You are, in some ways, our constraint, our niche, the thing that we play for every single day. We want to enrich your lives in some way, shape, or form. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.